Did you want to play today? I hogged it all last time.
I'd be down. Whatever you think would be fun.
Give Lila a little
let me finish this Red Bull and then I'll.
You got so good at the packing the weed though.
You did. You were a machine.
Red Bull gives you wings. Hey, my name is Lyle. Red Bull gives you wings.
I don't say that for free. I don't say that for free. You have to pay me money to say that.
Red Bull, if you give us $10, we will say that every episode, but it will be $10 per episode. That will add up.
Someone sued Red Bull because they're like, it didn't give me wings.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I wanted to be like that guy from Black Panther.
I like how there was what?
You know the guy with the wings on his feet?
Oh yeah,
it's Derek.
Hey, Daddy.
Derek.
That movie is so weird. Wait, which Nile were the true Nile?
Nile the Style Riler.
Oh, I just want to continue. So it was the last thing we played.
Okay, good.
Taco ticklers.
Yeah, I love how that guy is just like one singular Mexican dude with wings on his feet, and then he's like up against a whole army, and he's the bad guy.
Yeah.
Oh, right. You bought a Chinese restaurant last time. Remember that?
Yeah.
Stop squatting on Nile.
All right.
We've already had sex with Nile once in this playthrough. I don't want to have to do it again.
It's been a long time. I don't remember how to play. God. McLubbin. Yes. Okay, let's do morning.
Like now. Can you not do now?
No.
Okay, he'll meet me at the thing.
Chris is a master negotiator.
Wait, we don't have enough, do we? Oh, wait, no, we do. We're good.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, we're good. Kathy or Donna?
Do Kathy, bro.
She wants 4. I want to counter offer for more? Come on. Yes.
You truly know everything.
Let's do 2 in the morning. Wait, can I go do that now? What time is it?
Can you do it right now?
Yeah.
It begins in 9 hours, it says.
Oh
yeah, let's get more seeds. What do you say?
Man, why can't we run around outside and try to avoid the police?
We probably could. That'd probably be more interesting to watch.
I know.
I need to order a dead drop.
Oh, you could get sour diesel.
Ooh.
Edgy cash, dude.
Order limit. Oh, total 6. Well, I'll get 2. Wait, should I get more? Do you get 1 seed per dollar?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so I'll get more.
1 seed per weed.
Let's try that many.
Get out of here.
Okay.
Fuck it.
Wait, what is that?
Maybe some woman came in there and had her. Maybe some woman
that's
came
Peter
in there
File.
and had some.
Peter File.
Yeah, upcharge the shit out of him.
Yeah,
Fucking-
upcharge the shit out of him and then fucking pickpocket it back.
Well, I shouldn't sell him all of it, right?
No.
Should I sell him?
You need to keep 7 total.
7 total.
Fuck you, Peter File.
All right, dude. You best give me something good. Wait, that's
90.
pretty good.
Get 90. Fuck him.
That's getting pretty dicey.
Fuck you.
Yeah. You're a good man.
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck him.
We should sell him soil.
Do you remember he snitched?
We're being awfully judgmental of that guy just based on his name.
You didn't choose that name.
He did snitch, though. That's what I'm mainly judgmental of.
We were beating him up.
I know, but he snitched.
I know. Yippee!
What new day?
Street rat.
I don't buy that.
You are so fat.
Hey, fuck you, dude.
You can't make your guy like this, like down on his luck Aladdin. You're a fucking pusher. You're gonna be slinging crack to kids in like 20 minutes. If everything goes well.
Can you do graffiti?
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't see any. Oh, there's an empty can on the ground. If you
Fuck!
You idiot.
Sorry.
There's an empty can on the... Is that spray?
Wait, I'm gonna grind on it.
Oh, grind on the wheelchair, dude.
Oh, dude, can you take a wheelchair down the fucking ramp?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Let's see if it goes down. Dude, put stuff on it. Put the cone on it.
Can you get on it?
I don't think so.
Put the cone on
Down, you bitch. It won't let me sit on it.
Oh, dude, when I was in high school, I took like a fucking office chair to like the top of this hill and tried to go down it and just fucking ate shit so bad.
Did you go fast?
Yeah, I got pretty fast and then I fell off and like pretty much my entire like knee to shin area on both legs
It
just
was
came
kind
off.
of 100% your fault.
No, it was dumb as fuck.
Was that in your jackass days?
Yeah, dude.
I had jackass days too where all our friends would be like, hey, let's jump in that bush. Whee!
I don't know if I've told this story on OneyPlays before, but me and my buddy used to like go up on the roof of the school and like skateboard and like try to just like jump across gaps and shit.
That's cool.
And there was like this one, I don't even think he was a security guy. I think he was like a janitor who was just like trying to fucking like get us. In hindsight, probably because, you know, he didn't want to like watch like a teenager fall off a roof and die.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when you say the gap, you mean the gap in between two buildings you were trying to jump?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't blame that security guard for like shitting his pants.
But yeah, I remembered like going to school and like them putting out fucking like announcements on the PA speakers and people talking about that. And I was just like, that's me, and they don't even know.
Dude, well, my teachers came up with this ingenious way to like get people to snitch. There were two like hard boys in my school, and they're just kind of scumbaggy guys. And they brought in a stink bomb and they let it off in school. And one of the teachers, he came in and goes,
you gotta pay
What is
him.
that? What is that? And then he realized it wasn't coming from outside because, I don't know, the windows were open or some shit. But the teachers all got us to write down the name of the culprit on a piece of paper anonymously. And most people did. And that's how they got caught.
Oh, that's lame. When I was a kid, I had like this, wasn't even a Tupperware container. It was like a thing that like cookies came in, like this plastic thing. And I was like, I'm gonna make a stink bomb so that like, when someone really fucking pisses me off, I'll have like this like nuclear option. And I was just throwing shit in it for like probably like half a year. Like I was just, anytime there would be like leftover food scraps or like eggs going bad or something, I'd like take them and like put them in this like stink bomb. And I think my dad just found it one day and threw it out.
I wonder how he located it.
Yeah.
Did he follow the Tom and Jerry stink lines?
Yeah, it was, I had like hidden it on the side of the house. And then yeah, I think he just found it one day and then it was gone.
I think that's how they found all the bodies at
to
John Wayne Gacy's house.
If I threw it on somebody, I'm pretty sure it would have like caused like some kind of horrible infection, and I probably would have like gone to juvie or some shit.
With a big rash on your arms?
Probably, yeah. Growing up in California, I feel like I never
That's why you're like that.
Right, but I feel like I never got to do any of the like fun like bullshit drugs. Like I never did whippets. You know, like because it was so easy to get weed here that it was just
That's
like
deep south shit.
Yeah.
Wait, can you not just get like Miracle Whip?
Well, you can, but just nobody did.
Oh,
I remember
You didn't try even a little bit.
you're too posh for that.
I remember this kid telling me like, oh yeah, what you do is you get like do you remember caps? They probably don't sell those anymore, huh? They were just like little strips of paper with like a little bit of gunpowder over them.
Oh yeah.
So like if you like
gun
ran
caps.
a rock over them, they'd pop.
They go like
Yeah,
a tiny little explosion.
There was a thing that he was like, oh yeah, you just like take a coffee mug and you pop a bunch of them in there and like inhale it. And I was like, that sounds dumb as fuck. It's like, does that get you high? He's like, no. So it's like, why would you do it?
I just like the feeling.
Guys, look, I'm picking everything up. Isn't this cool?
You're cleaning.
You're like moving your whole life away.
Yeah.
You love moving. You keep doing it.
I fucking hate moving.
You love it. You said, I want to do it 4 more times.
It keeps happening.
Is it open season to shit talk your old landlord now?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you ruined my
life.
No, he was a scam artist. He was a nasty little creature. Wait, where do I go? Oh yeah, where's the China's place? The China's place?
The China's place?
It's over here, right? Oh, there we go. So yeah, last house I lived in, landlord was a total scammer. Wait, how do I put shit down? Will we put this here?
Yes.
All right. Ooh, now we're doing stuff.
Oh.
But you here, you.
Sorry, Niall. I didn't mean to punch your microphone in anger.
Ow!
Should we put this in front of the window so everyone can see?
Yeah.
Do you think they'd actually care?
They'd have to get up on a ladder.
This game has been kind of surprising so far, so maybe.
Oh, you can rotate? That's nice. Maybe I'll put this one over here. I almost feel like this is where they're supposed to go. It's a much nicer area for them, you know?
What's the worst thing your landlord ever did? This can include unsubstantiated allegations as long as you say allegedly.
He allegedly... I'm just gonna tell you everything he really did do, because there's so much. The crazy thing was... We moved in and his house was like falling apart. You've been there, you've seen it. The fucking like half of the electrical outlets didn't work. There was like broken holes in the wall. When I first moved in, he was with his kid, and then I pointed out the hole in the wall and I was like, huh, what happened there? And he was like, my son. And I was like, what'd he do? Ram his head through it, lol. And he got really mad.
Because he actually did.
Yeah, and I was just joking. I don't care. But yeah, no, like nothing worked. The garbage disposal like was clogged. There was multiple gas leaks, multiple floodings. the floodings kept happening next to my office because it was the master bedroom was the office and there was a bathroom next to it.
Steal the TV.
Can I? Oh my
Yes.
god. What? You can just steal it?
Fuck it.
Well, they'll never find me. So I had all these problems with him. He kept trying to like scam me from the get-go. He'd be like, I'm taking pictures. I make sure you don't break my house. I'm like, okay, bro, everything's fine. But then at the end of it, he came in because the house had flooded and he had brought in people for his insurance. And so he was in the house 2 weeks before I moved out, and I finally said, dude, I'm not staying here anymore. Your house is falling apart. I don't feel safe. He's like, that is fine. You move out and I'll give you all of your rent back. I'm like, thanks, ass fucker. And then I moved out, and then he went, what have you done? You've destroyed my house! And I was like, dude, what are you talking about? And he sent me all these pictures of like things that were already busted. There was broken windows. There was like all this shit. What was the main thing? He was mad about the scratches on the garage floor.
No, but he was saying like Willy Wonka shit. He's like, what are these holes in the... What is it? Trimmings of the thing, like all this.
Oh
like,
yeah, no.
like
So
weird
upstairs, it flooded,
shit.
and he had people come into the house and like inspect it, and then they made holes at the bottom of some cabinets. He's like, I have to throw away my cabinets. What have you done? And I was like, dude, I didn't touch your fucking cabinets. And it was just all these little things. But then, yeah, when I moved out, he's like, I'm not giving you your money back. And I'm like, okay, well, I could sue him, or I could just drop it and not have to deal with it. So that's the story.
He only had 1 point, and that was because like a disgusting yogurt exploded in his fridge.
Yeah, he left his fridge in my garage, and I just had to hang on to it. But yeah, I went to Ireland and I left yogurts in the fridge, and one of them popped, and I didn't realize it. So, but then he's like, I have to throw away my fridge, and I'm like,
no,
dude,
it's
a popped yogurt, you freak, you disgusting freak. Anyway,
But that was his only point.
Here, I'm done with my Red Bull. Do you want me to play while you bitch about your landlord and tell us about the fire in the
that's
bath?
what we should have been doing. Here you go.
Fire in the bath!
Sorry, I can't talk and think. It's very hard.
No talking, no
He
thinking.
really did say,
gaming.
you ruined my house, you ruined my life. What
Wait,
am I
I should
going
just
to
take
tell
him
my
with-
wife?
He said you ruined my...
He said it just like that.
No, he was just a fucking idiot. So
Why did that happen? Okay. My favorite story that you told me from that place was the first time when your bathtub flooded.
yeah.
And it like lit fire, you said? Like so
What?
the
Oh, no,
way
no,
that
no.
you were describing it was that it like was lighting like electrical fires.
No fucking
and
way.
then
No, it could have done that.
yeah, you said that you brought in like a plumber or something and he started having like a mental breakdown.
That did. No, yeah. So what happened there was like in the 2 years or 3 years I lived there, he was a nightmare landlord. He was one of these fuckers where whenever you wanted something done, I would call him up and be like, hey man, you're like, there's some kind of leak or something. And he'd go, what are you doing? I've never had a problem living there this whole time. And I'd be like, dude, I'm being a good tenant and telling you there's a problem, like send somebody. And then he would take like 5 days to send somebody. So the funniest thing he did was one night I got home from hanging out with my friends, and then I walked in and I heard like a brrrr, and I was like, what the hell is that? So I walked upstairs, and the problem bathroom, I walked in, and the bathtub, which is like a big ass jacuzzi tub, it was literally shaking the house, going like brrrr, like, and I was like, what the fuck? What was happening? And, right? And then I was like, I know, I'll just turn it off. And I walked over to it and I hit the button and it wouldn't turn off. I'm like, what the fuck? And it was like, it was rattling the fucking house, right? And I was like, well, okay, I'm gonna go out to the fuse box and turn off the bathroom. So I went outside behind the house. I turned off the bathroom and then it was still going like, and I'm like, fuck, what do I do? What do I do? I messaged the landlord and it's like 1 a.m. I'm like, hey, there's a problem with the bathtub. It's like shaking the whole house and it's vibrating. And he's like, get the plumber, call emergency plumber. I'm like, okay. So I called the plumber that night. Someone came over and he's like, I don't know how to address this because the bathtub has been illegally installed backwards and it's like on the second floor of the house, and where you would access the electronics on it are hanging out over the roof over like a canopy thing that you cannot even get to. So he was like, this was installed illegally. I'm like, yeah, this whole like neighborhood seems to be like a bunch of McMansions, like haphazardly, like, you know, put together. Every house in the neighborhood looks like shit. All the neighbors are like poor rich people,
but they're really weird too.
do you know? That's what I'm saying. Like, do you know what I mean by that? They're like They're like people who want to be rich, but they're just underneath the level of
upper middle class snobs.
So they're all they all are desperately trying to come off as rich, but they're just not really. So all these houses suck. They were made like shit. They're in a gated community, and so anyways, I called him. He was like, "Get someone to look at it." The plumber's like, "This is like fucked. Like, what is going on?" And I'm like, "Well, I guess there's nothing you can do." So that night I went to bed and I put in earplugs, like, and I had a bunch of guests staying too, and they're like, "What is going on?" I'm like, "I know, it's crazy." So in the morning I was like, "Yo, get people over here fucking now, because the whole house is like shaking." He's like, "I will send somebody." No one came. Next day, send somebody, and he was like, "Oh yes, okay, I will send someone. They will arrive at 4. No one came. Then the next day, I walked down into the kitchen and it's just like leaking water down into the kitchen like a waterfall. And I sent a picture and I'm like, lol. And he's like, what the hell? And then he sent over the house's plumber. And the guy came in, he's like, oh my God, what's happening? I'm like, I'm like, I know, right? And he's
Homer
like,
Simpson.
you know, he sounded, he was like this nice old guy with a big nose, and he was like, what's that? What's going on? Oh my God! And I was like, yeah, and he's like, how do I get to it? And I brought him up into the bathroom, and he walked in. He went, oh my God, it's running! Please tell me there's been water running through this. I'm like, nope. And he's like, what? Why not? And I'm like, God, because like it's just been doing this the whole time. And when we ran water through it, it leaked into the kitchen. He's like, why didn't you call the landlord? I'm like, I did. He wouldn't fucking send you. And he's like, oh God. And I'm like, I know, lol. And at this point I was just like, this is fucking hilarious. And I'm like, oh man, I really hope this stupid bathtub is melted and like irreplaceable. Fucking. And then it's like, what have you done? You've destroyed my bathtub. And I'm like, dude, just so you know, here's the text of me warning you 4 days in a row, you disgusting freak. And then he was like, you're no longer allowed to use the bathtub. I'm like, actually, no, you have to fix it, and I will continue to use it because that's part of the lease. Here's something we found out much later when this was the first flooding. On the second flooding, he like ripped out all of the walls and the roof of the kitchen. Remember when there was a big Breaking Bad hazmat tent in there?
Yeah, there was a whole like section of the house.
We found out that if you look up right where the bathtub is, there was like electrical wires exactly underneath it. So the water could have like gone down and like killed me. But he had to fix it because there was already so many things that he promised in the lease that he wasn't like committing to. He promised us a big grill in the backyard. He promised us I don't know, just like working.
Wasn't he seen a few times just wandering around the property, peeping through windows and
yes,
shit?
No, one time I was like in my kitchen, I look out and he's just walking around the backyard with his son, his little kid, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And he said, oh, you said to send someone to fix something. I'm like, yeah, not you. You're supposed to give me 24 hours notice. And he was like, oh, yes, I'll do that next time. And then when he left, I was like, you are not fucking allowed to just show up whenever you want. That's like illegal. He went, I will not ever do that again. And by the way, every single time I had a problem, he'd yell at me over the phone, then he'd show up and he would be the most pathetic little coward in person. He'd be like smiling and like looking up at me and be like, everything will be okay, buddy, do not worry.
Yeah, don't you have like countless of messages of him saying you are an amazing tenant, the best man ever?
That's the thing. So every year, like clockwork, you'd be like, you are an amazing tenant. We would love to have you for another year.
Please,
2 months before I move out, he basically inspected the house, walked around, didn't have a single thing to say about the state of the house. Then when I move out, he's like, you've destroyed it all.
Yeah,
it was like a classic like
scam.
Yeah, and I could take it to court,
dude.
But
the house was completely fine.
It would be like a year of stress to like deal with it and like deal with him. So you can have the money, you little freak. You little turd.
You should have trashed it harder.
I know, right?
I kind of wish you took him to court and fucking beat that fucking case.
I mean, it could have, but it's just not worth it.
Is it worth it just imagining him smiling, going, ha ha ha, I have all the money?
I mean, probably.
Oh, God damn it. I gotta do the,
Are you getting distracted now, Lyle?
Lyle, you picked it up pretty quick.
Yeah, I'm doing okay. Let's see. What should I deposit? Like $100-200? What a fun dude. I hope he fucking gets AIDS.
I like this guy.
Yeah, he's cool.
This guy who lived. Oh wait, what's the long life soil?
You can use it twice.
Oh.
Should I go on
But
more?
no, it's like triple the price.
Okay, man. I guess
if
you want to be like that.
Get one of them.
I already
got
did.
one. Okay.
How do you have so much money after buying the place? I don't remember having so much money.
I sold weed.
Lyle's a better drug dealer than you.
Thank you. You gotta unlock one more customer to move up.
How do I fucking
You just go to your map and look for a guy you've never
do you
dealt.
remember the key for the phone?
Oh, it's tab. Whoa, you can do that. How did you do that?
V.
Wow.
Whoa. Oh wait, I don't have any weed. That was my problem.
Yeah,
I need to go back and grow more.
You need 10 weeds, Orange.
But I also forget where the fuck the Chinese place
Yeah,
is.
it's down that way somewhere, and then I think it's kind of towards the end.
Bro, you should have seen my Excel sheet I made.
You were ready?
I was so fucking ready. I spent like a month talking to lawyers and shit, and they were all like, yeah, you could sue him and you will get your money back, but it might be like a year of like, court dates and shit, so it's like, fuck.
Yeah, that's shit. That's always like that fucking annoying ass area where it's like, oh, I could sue you, but also I'd probably lose money even if I won, you know?
Literally, yeah. It's just like one of those things.
Lenny's soil. This is Lenny's soil right here. Are you actually pulling up the spreadsheet right now?
I just want to see if there's anything else I forgot to talk about because there's so much.
Chris, you should like get a bunch of squatters to go in there, and
Oh, I never talked about the roof. That was pretty funny.
the roof was bad.
There was, you know, the way the back of the house had like this like plastic roof. It wasn't installed right. It was installed by like an idiot, and then
I like the idea of him deliberately hiring like a self-proclaimed idiot.
They were like upside down like panels and stuff.
it was like a big plastic sheet, but it was facing into this like the Santa Ana winds of like California. So whenever the winds came in, it would literally like fly up and smack the side of the house, go like "Wadoos, wadoos," and it would happen all through the night. And the neighbors would be like, "When are you gonna sort out your roof?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, I talked to the landlord about it, and he's supposed to be doing it, but he just doesn't." And then yeah, one day he's like, "Today I sent someone and fixed it." I'm like, "Okay," and it just continued. So eventually I just tied it down myself. But
Oh, that was you that did that.
yeah, I tied it down with a gym cord.
See, he inspired resourcefulness in you.
He also sent me photos. He's like, "Look at the damage you've done." And I'm like, "That's just proof that there is no damage." Like there was little tiny scratches on the garage floor, and it's like, dude,
You should have sent him photos of your balls.
I should.
And another thing he did.
It's not too late. You kind of could. Is that illegal? Can you just send someone
I think
photos
that's
of your
indecent
balls?
exposure.
Remember?
Okay, well, if he's taking you to court anyway, you know.
Oh no, Jack's. You remember Jack's room? The trimmings around the floor, the wall.
Yeah. You know, that was the thing. No, that was where. So it floated on the opposite side of Jack's room, and then he lied and said, "You ripped out the skirting of the room," and I was like, "Dude, your restoration guys did that." And he's like, "No, they didn't. I have proof." Aha! And I was like, "Okay, show me." And then he didn't, and I'm like, "Yeah, you're an idiot."
He didn't.
No, because he's. Why the fuck would I rip out skirting after a flood? Why would I do that?
That
No,
actually
who would
sounds
do
like
it?
classic you.
I do love ripping out skirting.
Yeah, he is a skirting.
Yeah,
Can't
okay,
keep
you
him-
got me.
Don't keep him around your skirtings.
Oh, fuck, he was so stupid. And one time my parents were visiting me while he was like pulling one of these scams. It was the, what do you call it? The garbage disposal was like clogged with like 50-year-old dreadlock disgusting thing.
Yeah.
It was like old compressed food that looked like big dirty dreadlocks.
Oh
and,
god, I'm getting sick.
But I told him, I'm like, "Hey, the garbage disposal's not working." He's like, what have you done? You've destroyed it. I was like, "Dude, literally have never used it once, you fucking asshole."
We should slash that guy's fucking tires.
No, I think you should
allegedly.
hire a bunch of squatters to go like move into his house.
Well, no, you could do that. I would never do that.
I wouldn't do it either.
I'm an upstanding citizen.
Are you though?
Fingers ass.
I love that. I love you. I love your way with words.
I like the idea of he's going, "I love you. I love you.
Fingers ass hard.
I love you." You're good at this.